Peter, you've done this before. You finished the last one.
I did. The unofficial one, of course.
What unofficial in some eyes, official in mine. What would you pass on to, say, Ryan or Brad, who's never going to do this?
or Seth.
I'm just kidding.
The way
pull a little hair off your leg.
Sure.
the way I approached it was this time around. One, paper size. It does matter.
That's a good point.
I did successfully finish it on 11 by 14, but that's the last I'm ever doing that again.
So you want to go down a size again?
It's gonna be that size.
Okay.
Which is what, 9 by
9 by
12?
12, much more economical. And then I did 5 pages at a time. I would lay out the 5 pages at a time, like, oh, well, the story begins here. And basically by page 15, I kind of knew where it was going.
Oh, so you didn't know where it was going in the beginning?
No.
Wow.
I just did 5. I'm like, I'm gonna plot out 5 pages. I'm gonna thumbnail them and I'm gonna draw them. And then next 5 pages based on those previous 5 pages.
Wow. And,
so that's why the story
yours
was
comes
like,
to a close.
Yes, it does.
Wow.
It finishes.
And you get to like page 20 and then you do prequel?
No, I had page 24. There's a splash page in there.
At the very end, right?
No, it was in the middle. It's like page 7 or 8.
Water.
It was like 12 in the morning. I was like, whatever. Michael Bay experience.
There you go. Greg, what do you got out of your 250?
He has notes.
Yeah, these notes will eventually appear when I print a copy of my 24-hour comic. I have written down notes myself. I don't necessarily work in order. I do the beginning, I do the end, and then I come back for the middle. Except for that's kind of a failure method, but the reason it worked the first time I got 15 pages done in the 24 hours, and I had given up at 6 a.m., so I had 6 hours left, and I could have potentially been able to do more.
Oh, okay.
And my story was just falling apart, and I was falling apart. And then with an hour and a half left, somebody said, hey, just take what you have and re-script it. And, okay, I lied, I had 16 pages then. I was able to take 15 of the 16 pages that I had done, re-script them, and got a complete story. Make sure you bring clean figure foods. Pretzels, not potato chips. Bottles of soda, not cans. M&M's, not candy bars.
And what about the water?
A gallon of water. It takes 3 Mountain Dews and a gallon of water to get through 24-hour comic day.
And no energy drinks.
And 4 bundles
Yeah,
of
stay away from 5-hour energy.
4 bundles of Spree.
LD, if you're watching, that's for you.
I have notes that blue line pages are a must. I just don't want to waste the time working on the outer dimensions of the page when you can get that taken care of.
I should make 10.
Facebook Times. Oh, I tried writing a journal, and I had some great notes. One night, Matt's daughter came along and mocked him, and I had notes on that, but I couldn't read them because it was tired. I don't know. And so Facebook is better than just trying to write a little journal off to the side.
I was just keeping cliff notes, like when I finished a page, 12, 10, page, whatever, and then whatever I was thinking at that time.
I'm
Greg's
tired.
writing notes about me, I can tell.
And then
I'm gonna hit them soon.
I'm trying not to lay out stuff because I spent too long laying out pages. That was kind of a waste of time. And Spree.
Candy.
I'm not sharing that with the public.
Can I?
You have to buy the book for that. I made sure that I took off slow songs off my iPod so that nothing that would put me to sleep. Because it can happen in 3 minutes.
California.
One thing was to tell people that you're doing the challenge, because then people start nagging you, and that way if you fail, everybody knows. So the third time you do it, you can finish it so that they never nag you again.
Oh, they'll keep nagging.
Probably. That's just me.
Let me ask you guys a different question. Otherwise, we get Greg's entire essay.
Yeah, that was about all the good stuff.
And that's what I did with my 7.
Okay. What was the hardest part of the challenge? Or let me ask this: when's the hardest time? When do you find yourself in that moment where it's like, why am I doing this? Or
I already passed that.
I can't. Yeah, it was like in the 80s, right?
I would say
Before you
probably.
started filming. That decision.
What is it, like 3 to 5?
I'm a night owl, so I ran into the problem at 5 to 7. And the first time I did the challenge, it was wintertime, so it was dark until 7. The second time I did it, it was summer, and we were able to go outside at 5, and the sun's kind of rejuvenated me. But that's me. I'm a night
Has
guy.
anybody ever tried the 20-minute power nap thing? When I was doing
I can't do
overnighters,
it.
I could
Oh,
time
I've read
myself
about
on
that.
20 minutes and boom, be back.
Can't do it.
The people who take the nap,
Never.
they don't get up. And it's sad for me because the people that do, I ask them, do you want me to wake you up? And I will try. I'll slap them a couple times or I'll sit on them. And if they don't get up. Like Jess Mathis, do you remember her? She took a nap.
Well, that's why I left at 6.
We had
I
a
was
ton
like,
of people here that time. Though. What was it? 3 people went to. It was that kid, the little kid from Rhode Island. She finished though.
Okay.
She finished by like 2 in the morning, and she fell asleep on one of the chairs. But Jess Mathis went to sleep,
Never
and
woke up.
she never woke up. And then I'm trying to think there was
No,
somebody else.
no, she
Did she
woke up
ever
later.
ever wake
She
up?
woke up later. Okay, she woke up later.
She died.
yeah, 24-hour. People
Come
die.
on.
People die and they stay.
We've got a lot of land back here. We'll just
You have to
bury
sign
it.
a waiver and insurance. People
Matt, you
die.
don't want to
We
say
do
that.
have- we do have the waiver now.
Yeah,
Is it true that Rachel will be filming the entire event?
No.
We will have it streaming for people who have absolutely no lives. Yes.
oh, good lord.
So if you're
So can I just
watching,
film
I'm going to
myself?
be
Wait,
pissed.
they're all going to be here doing the challenge.
So
I
watching
will
you
put in a
watching
blue
me.
sound effect on this movie right when you talk. All right,
Skating could be R-rated because you never know what I'll do.
I can say.
Son of a. I spilled my ink in my oatmeal.
Are we allowed to bring movies to this? Like, just
Just don't.
Movies are bad
Dangerous
news.
temptation.
If it distracts you, don't do it.
Sky Captain derailed me.
Oh, good lord. Poor Pete Rohr, I knew him well. When Sky Captain of the World of Tomorrow was on, the boy died.
How do you
He
stay
was the
awake through
best
that?
artist at the event. A
Until.
good friend.
I'll say this, though, the Jaws helped me out. Jaws helped me finish.
Yeah, you can find pages in that first issue of Jaws, basically.
Let's switch gears a little bit to include people that haven't talked. Oh,
Yes.
Ryan, were you going to say something?
I was gonna ask questions.
Oh,
Ask
go
away.
ahead.
Wonderful, wonderful questions for learning.
I'm learning. Brad, come on over here.
Education.
What's it like being old? Well, it sucks.
You learn not to do the 24-hour challenge.
Some of us don't
What's your
catch up.
question?
So is it better, like, if you actually have stuff to work off of, can you use that?
Reference, absolutely.
Like, I actually have stories I've planned. Like, what
No.
if I
No.
That's not official.
I can't do that?
You show up with nothing.
Naked.
Clothes, yes. Naked upstairs.
But as long as you have a plan for something,
You can come
You
up
just-
with like a bubble of an idea, but you really can't, right? Am I wrong here?
That's what I'm doing.
so you can't
I
come
had-
with like a written note where you like
Oh,
already
no,
planned
no,
ahead.
No.
I did that, and by the time I hit 20, the day of, I was like, whatever, I'll wing it.
The
I'll
one,
wing
in,
it.
the one in July you can do that, but the one in October you're not supposed to.
Otherwise, you invalidate everything that we stand for.
October is
Don't
the
do
official
it.
What's that? And what's that?
I know, I'm not sure yet.
Oh,
We'll find out. 24 hours, you'll know.
That's right. Hour 25.
After 24
If you
we
can-
will have answers.
you can plan it in your mind beforehand. That's
Yes.
okay.
You're really not supposed to. Well, how much can you plan? Page 23 will have
Yeah, exactly.
And that's-
a grasshopper.
What's
on it.
the limit for it? Is there a limit?
What do you mean?
As far as page count,
As page count,
No,
like
go
can you
as
make-
high as you can go.
The minimum is 24. You have to hit 24 by the 24-hour
So
mark, but you can go higher if you'd like to.
so you
Has
can.
that ever been done?
26.
You overachieving jerk.
And I went to a wedding in the middle of it.
So it needs to be.
Congratulations, happy anniversary.
Thank you.
It needs to be 24 pages. If not, we
Above.
kick you out the window.
And
I bet you look good at that
I think
one.
that's all I can think of so far.
That's it for questions?
Okay.
Good question.
Questions.
Shit.